Hello viewers, welcome to this important program inside KOGI, coming your way from Ogijo Olopo TV. I am your host, Mohammed Ali Obaka, also known as Ogijo Olopo. Today, we have a very important personality with us. His name is Comrade Tijani Usman. Comrade Usman is going to give a talks about the happenings on our road, the the phenomenon that is taking place in our state, Kogi state. But before we go into that properly, I would like to go on this short break. When we come back, we shall go into the discussion. Welcome back. This is still inside Kogi, and today's topic is what are the situations of our road. Mr. Comrade Tijani Usman, welcome to our program today.
Welcome, sir.
Thank you very much for coming.
Once upon a time, a privilege and honor being on Ogojo Olopo TV show and inside to talk to our people as regard to the activities in our dear state Kogi. And looking at the state of infrastructure, particularly the road in Kogi State, I want to say that little honestly has been done with regard to road construction. Let me start off with the state capital, for example.
Okay.
Every state capital is the administrative headquarter of development. But right now, Lokoja being the state capital cannot be seen as a state that attracts that incentive as what it's supposed to be. If you are entering into Lokoja, you have about 3 to 4 clause of entry. You enter through coming in through the north, you come in through Abuja, down to Natako Felele, which is the federal owns road on the express linking out. I'm looking at the structure of the federal roads. The federal government were trying to do something for over 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years ago, and the project is still uncompleted project ongoing. The Dangote industry is complementary on their own corporate social responsibility down from Obajana, linking down to that area. And then complementarily, I cannot really tell what the state government is doing in that directive.
Okay, Mr. Tijani,
Yes, sir.
you heard about the incident. That is the accident that happened
Yeah.
a few days ago.
Yeah.
This is the third time a tanker will explode on our road. Especially that axis of Lokoja, Felele, Express Road. What is really happening? This is a third year, and this thing happen every year. Is government sleeping? What are they supposed to do?
And frankly speaking, it is very sympathetic that happened, and we commiserate with the state government, the polytechnic environment, the Felele community, and the families of those victims of that untimely death. But however, we will not be able to speak much because of it is a disaster. And when something is a disaster, it's not something that should be politicalized. It's not something that should be criticized unjustly. But we have to call the attention of people that are supposed to take responsibility. Number one, I see the happening on Filele Abuja Lokoja Federal Road as a negligence from the federal government, because it is the federal road. Little state could do. But at the same time, the reoccurring of that road accident, it become something need to be done before more lives others are more taken innocently. Yeah, but my take with the state government there is what is the essence of being in alignment with the center. So if right now I'm very much aware, my able state governor is very close at the presidency. So what affluence should is he bringing in to have called the federal government attention? See, it is campaign after election, when after disaster, governor run down to the minister of works. These are things that also have been done before that time.
Okay.
So we should be proactive, not proactive after incident. But it's a nice one he has gone, but it will be follow up. Federal government, wake up to your responsibility in KOGI state. We're part of the state that give you victory. Even if we did not vote for you, it is your responsibility to take care of also our federal roads in KOGI state are all, not only in the Filele. The other one linking to Kogi East and other areas were also in their poor state of mind. So the federal government should do something about that. And the state government also, before now, were doing nothing about those scenarios. That is not accredited to Yaya Bello government alone. To be candid, that problem has been there. The problem of Filele, Natako is, let me use the word, is having an historical reoccurrence. So during the time of Ibrahim Idris, lot of things happened on that road. Nothing was done. Idris Wada, nothing was done. Now Yaya Bello, but we become more concerned because it happened more often
During
and
his time.
during his time. So therefore, the governor have to wake up with certain action and put pressure on the federal government because the life of KOGI and the life of travelers are not safe in Kogi State.
Comrade Tijani, you agree with me like let's use Lagos as a case study.
Yes,
When you are coming from Kogi State or
yes.
you are coming from East, the first place you land is what do you call beggar.
The beggar, yeah.
You must before you drop any passenger, you must enter that park.
Yeah.
You must drive in. Once you drive in, there are tax force there. There are 200 or 300 or 500. They'll collect from the drivers
Yes.
before you drop a passenger and move.
Yeah.
In Kogi State, we don't have anything like that. What we have in Kogi is for the passenger, the drivers to come and park on the road and drop your passengers, park on the road and offload.
You
I
see?
think I think it doesn't have to do with the federal government thing.
Yeah.
What if the state government wake up today and say, look, we have created a space for you.
Yeah.
Once you are coming from anywhere, enter this park, drop your passenger or offload and move out.
Yeah.
By so doing, the government will be generating revenue from them because they are collecting money from the drivers.
Yeah.
So what stop them from doing that? Rather, you come to Lokoja and you see vehicle parking on the road and nothing is being done about it.
Yeah.
I think the fault now should be the blame should be given to state government. State government should take the blame. The federal road, as far as I'm telling you my own opinion, the federal government on their own side, they would have made that road, pothole free. We know that in this country there's no road, there's no pothole, but they should make it a way. They should lift up to their own responsibility too. But the state government should do something too. They can save life. We have the former governor, Captain Idris Wada, create a parking space. That is a complex this thing. If you go to that place is locked up. Nothing is happening there. What is happening to us in Kogi?
Yeah.
We should wake up. This is not
Yeah.
it's not political. It's about life and death.
Oh.
It concerns me and you.
Yes.
It does not take government anything to create a space for them to park. You should blame your own government too, and also blame you share the little portion of the blame to the federal government. So it's a good step. All of them have wake up now.
Yeah.
Let's see what they are going to do. As far as I'm concerned,
Oyolopo, I'm happy you are bringing this down to the table. And first and foremost, I will put a question towards this. One of those appraiser I have read, I have heard, that people give to the governors of Yaya Bello is the government is youth inclusive, right? That is one of the appraisal I have heard that they have claiming to be good and fine. But I now ask a question: what are the criteria to bring some of these youth into governance? You understand? It's not all about bringing youth into government. It's all about bringing youth with the potential and capability to deliver. Government, when we say government, what is government? Who are government? Government is for everybody. But few were shadowed with the privilege, responsibility in order to spearhead the affair of governance. Now, with what you are analyzing, to be candid with you, is a fallout of irresponsibility of certain agency of government and ministry that are supposed to carry out their duty and obligation and constitutional mandate to perform. The governor is an individual that spared everybody, but the performance should be sectorial performance. One is you don't expect the governor to think of creating a park. What is the Ministry of Transportation doing in the state? That is my question. Is there no commissioner for transportation in the state? Sure. Then what are the plan and action of the commissioner and Ministry of Transportation on the table? We need to know. Okay. So the Ministry of Transportation, to me, should wake up to the responsibility of ensuring what the ministry need to do, the ministry is doing it. Okay. Then what is the Ministry of Works doing? Housing and urban development doing? The ministry are all about propaganding and staging a praise to the governor. I must not be in your government and be a yes government. I can be in your government and I can be in your government. I can be in your government and I'm a no to certain policy that is against the people. And I can be in your government and I'll be yes in favor of every policy that is in favor of the people. But how many of people we're having today in KOGI government that can come out and tell the people that we are for you? Rather, they are for selective interest. So the ministry, to me, has to wake up. What is the Ministry of Environment doing? What is the internal revenue structure doing? So it's supposed to be a ministerial collaboration. But to me, I see it as a total structural failure when there is no cooperation among the government and intergovernmental agencies in the state.
Though we know that some things are general phenomena, there are is natural.
Yeah.
We have in what do you call this? What do you call this place? The flood caught
The Ganaja community.
The Ganaja community.
Yes.
The flood caught the Ganaja communities.
Yeah.
And this thing is every year problem. Every year problem. What is the government? What is the KOGI state government doing to reduce the damage that this flood is causing on yearly basis?
Okay.
If you cannot avoid it, you can reduce it. What in your own opinion, what do you think they are even doing?
I think in the area of the flooding, sometimes when you look at disaster, anything disaster is something that is not pre-planned. So it happened at a time you are not expected. But why do you have government? Government to be proactive when things happen and to protect things from happening. It was not sudden that it happened because I'm much aware there have been signals from the right federal agencies in charge of disasters and flood control in Nigeria, signaling some states to prepare against the flooding, particularly in 2020. Now, which KOGI, I'm much aware, was one of those states enlisted. But the question is that after this signal came up, what did the government do? What were the government doing That is the question. Their inaction are always reason why we are here to speak against them. Their action will also be the reason why we'll come back on air to speak in favor of what they are doing that is right. So now, in the year of the flooding in Kogi State, I think now that it has happened, what we will advise the government to do is to be candid, to create a kind of an IDP camp as a palliative, a kind of emergency palliative to provide shelter for the people in case it happens. But in Kogi, do we have that? The answer is no. So there was no alternative precautionary provisions on ground. So the government needs to be very proactive. But however, you see, we are waiting and we shall be waiting and we will be waiting 2024 in Kogi State. Where are all the political actors, the acclaimed philanthropists that were coming out in 2019 to become governor of Kogi State? This is the time, it's a collective responsibility. It is not only going to be restricted to governments. So every well-meaning KOGIs, Nigerians should come to the rescue of the people of Ghana, one way or the other.
Okay, thank you very much. This is Comrade Tijani Usman, the social crusader and technocrat. We here, it is one of our corporate responsibility to beg or appeal to the government to wake up to their responsibilities. Those lives that are lost, they have not planned that they are going so soon. But it happened. We are appealing to the government to make provisions for a parking space wherever vehicles are coming, wherever travelers are coming. There should be a central parking space. No trailer, no vehicle must park on the road. Let them create a kind of a task force to enforce these actions. And from there, we'll be having low accident happening on our road, most especially on that Lokoja Felele axis or Lokoja Abuja axis. The second one is the flood. This is rainy season. We all know that this time around there will be serious problem. Lokoja is a conflict state where two rivers meet, so we'll be having issues of water disturbing people and all that. So please, government, do the right thing. Please do the right thing. We are begging you. We are not fighting you. We are friends of the government. If you do well, we praise you. If you don't do well, we talk about it. This one no be fight. Abi no be so?
Yeah, but coming in there, we can't be begging government to do what they are elected to do. We are mandating and calling on them to sit on their responsibility.
Okay.
They knew before they seek for that position that the essence of government is to deliver. So if they refuse it, posterity will hold them accountable.
Amen.
And if
Thank you
they
very
do
much.
it, posterity will applaud them for that. But lastly, please, we provide leave. I want to provide a kind of immediate advisory solution to the issue of Natako Pelele exit. As a matter of urgency for now, the state government could apply through the Federal Ministry of Works, because it's a federal road, in order to provide the bonds on those roads, intermittently on that area. So that, number one, will tension down the drivers to speed down while they are probably driving on that axis. And also the Ministry of Environment, like I said, could also, and roads, works and housing, they should also give a standard distance, you know, from the immediate aspect of the road. It is too jam-packed. Some of those business people that are around the road, the plain truth is that what is good, what is bad is bad. You understand? So they should be able to create some little distances from the main road, so that in the event of accident, there could be some little little safety guide can really be activated.
Okay.
And government should look at an alternative way of creating a state link road that can be able to reduce the inflow of other state commuters or transporters to follow, while those coming on the highway can just take the direct link. With that, we think
Okay.
something should help out.
Thank you very much, Comrade. Thank you very much. You have been listening to Comrade Tijani Usman, a social crusader and technocrat. This is how far we can go on this topic. Um, if you have any questions, you want to be part of these programs, you can call the numbers on your screen. You can drop a comment on all our social media platforms. And please subscribe to all our social media platforms. That is the only way we can go. Thank you for listening and thank you for staying tuned. Thank you very much.
You're
God
welcome.
bless you.
You're welcome.